All right, so in this video, I'm gonna review how to do some glitching using layer masks and making composite layers, okay? So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and flatten this whole thing and pretend that this was a JPEG that I'm opening. Actually, I'll just show you how to do it. All right, save a copy. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this here in my downloads, JPEG, save, and I'm gonna close my Photoshop because you're just gonna practice on an image with one layer just to make it less confusing. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up. So you can use like an old artwork, just make sure you open the JPEG, but open a copy of the JPEG so it's like, you know, copy number 2 or animation number 2. I'm sorry, sampler. All right, so I've got one layer here. So this is my original image. All right, so I'm gonna try and label my layers just to make it a little bit easier for you to see what's happening. So this is my original JPEG image. Okay, it's all together in one. All right, so for the glitch masking sampler. All right, so for the glitch masking sampler, we're gonna take our image and then we're gonna duplicate it. So to duplicate it, Control J on your keyboard. You can also right click and say duplicate. Okay, duplicate, great. So this is my copy, so that's my original, and this is my copy that I'm going to glitch. So I'm gonna do some sort of glitch effect. Let me just go ahead and do where I turn off a channel. So I'll go ahead and double click. Remember when you do the channels, you don't see it until you do Control T and either move it or make it bigger. So you can make it bigger or you could shift it to the side. Whoopsies, my computer's going a little wonky. There you go. So that might be a glitch, for instance, okay? We're gonna also learn how to do masking with the glitch, okay? So this right now is being applied on the entire image, right? But I can apply a mask, okay, layer mask, and apply these changes selectively. So I don't really like how it's showing up on this edge, but maybe I really like it here. So I'm just gonna use my black paintbrush. Ugh, why is this not showing? Let me see if I can make this bigger. Bigger. Oh, this is hiding it. Why is it doing that? Okay, I'm gonna remove my tools. Whoopsies. So you can see, I have the black right here. All right, so I'm on my black paintbrush, soft brush, low opacity. Okay, and I'm gonna get rid of, with my layer mask, as you can see here, it's getting rid of the change on the edge because I didn't really like what it was doing there. Maybe I don't like it here as well. Maybe I really only want it on that top left corner. So I'm actually just gonna get rid of it everywhere. I'm gonna turn up my opacity so this doesn't take forever. Boom, there we go. I don't want any glitch over here. So again, if I do my eyeball on and off, you can see now the glitch is only being applied here. I'm going to go ahead and now create a composite layer because this layer has transparency, it has channels. It's like depending on the layer below. So if I turn this layer off, you can see that this layer here is missing some pieces, right? And it only works when it's interacting with this other layer. So for my animation, I don't want to animate only this one little corner because the rest of my screen will be black or clear, you know? So I need to go ahead and make a composite layer. So I'm going to use my shortcut. It's Shift, Control, Alt, and E. Actually, when I press the buttons, I always do Control, Shift, Alt, E. I don't think it matters what order you do it, but I've created my composite layer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call this composite glitch. And this was just like kind of my glitch scrap. So this is like my glitch scrap. Oh, I didn't spell scrap right. So this one, let me see with my eyeballs. It's not changing. The composite is the exact same. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this layer. I don't need it. It was just a scrap layer. And there's my composite. I'm gonna change this to glitch number 1. You do not need to rename your layers if you don't want to. If it's helpful for you to keep track, then do that. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do some other glitch. So I'm going to duplicate the layer. Again, Control J is the shortcut. All right, and this is gonna be my glitch scrap. So I'll just label that. And now I'm gonna do some other glitch. Maybe I will, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna just change the color because I feel like that'll be obvious for you to see. So I've changed the color. And again, maybe I don't want it in the entire thing. So I'm gonna use my mask. Maybe I want the color only to be changed on portions of it. There we go, I'm happy. So again, I need to make a composite layer. So Shift Control Alt E, and this is now my composite glitch number 2. And I can go ahead and delete this other glitch here, my little scrap. All right, Control J to duplicate. This is again my scrap layer. I'm just using it to get to another point. And maybe I'll do my filter, actually for this one, I'll do this glitch effect where I just kind of select some pieces. I'm using the rectangular marquee and I'm making sure that it's on add to my selection so I can select multiple rectangles. Great. And with this, I'm going to filter, what am I going to do? Distort. I'll do the wave distort. I'm setting it on square. Okay, that will give me kind of more of a linear thing. Oh, this one actually I like okay too. You get like a little bit of a preview. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I like that. Okay. So things are kind of moving around a little bit. You know what? It didn't really do it enough. I'm going to do a second one for this one. And again, maybe, let me do it even one more time. All right, so now it's like really getting wonky. But again, I don't want it everywhere. So I'm going to use my layer mask. And maybe I want to bring the front of this face back into focus and maybe just have like certain areas. All right, and again, this was just a scrap. It was helping me get to an endpoint because really on this layer, this is all that there is. So I need to Shift Control Alt E, make my composite. And this is glitch number 3, which means I can delete the layer below. Okay, so on and so forth. I'm going to do maybe like one more. Control J to duplicate. This is going to be my scrap. And now I'm going to do some sort of glitch. Let's see. Maybe I'll do a blur, motion blur. Oh, let me zoom out so I can see my preview. Great, I'm really blurring it. Again, I don't want it on the entire thing. Getting a little too dizzy. I just want maybe certain portions of the image blurred. And again, this was just to get to the endpoint. So this is a scrap layer, Shift Control E, and I'm going to go ahead and call this composite glitch 4. And I can go ahead and delete this layer, so on and so forth. Okay, so try out some different glitch things. I think I talked about them in the Digital Ancient project, right? So there's, let's see, you could do stylize, wind, you could try those things, solarize, distort, there's the wave, twirl, spherize. You can also do filter, liquefy to move things around. There's blurs, all sorts of different blurs that you could do. You can even use some of the filters in the filter gallery. Again, for all of these things, I would just do maybe like partial, not on the entire image. Let's see, what else can you do? You can also noise, you can add noise, add some noise. You can even add more. Remember, if you hit the layer, hit up here, it will keep adding that same filter. So you can do multiple filters on one layer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and be done with this, but this is how you make composite layers. So you duplicate, you do your glitch, then you make the composite. What's the shortcut for the composite? Shift Control Alt E.